Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone, the elders of Great Millstone. Slakia. The elders in Great Millstone, but the elders of Israel, man. They are the true pastors set up by the Lord, according to the prophecy of Jeremiah 3:15. And salutation, all you brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. And we're going to hop right in. You get the 2 Peter's 2 and 9.
Yeah, I got you. This is 2 Peter's chapter 2, verse 9. Second Peter's chapter 2, verse 9. Yahweh knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
Right, to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. That's what we're really going into. All right, the fact that, we have the elect that's predestined to be the elect, but so are the 2/3. They're predestined to be the 2/3. And they're being reserved for judgment, man. The Lord let them get away with their shit. All right, the scoffers get away with their bullshit until that day of judgment come, man, and that temptation come. So that all that scoffing, they still gonna take that fucking mark. They busy coming against the elders, against the brothers of Great Millstone, being fucking 2/3. All right, they gonna end up taking that chip. The Lord knows how to redeem the elect out of temptation. He also knows how to reserve the wicked for this fucking judgment to come.
I had something to back you up on. This on Proverbs 19 and 29. It says, judgments are prepared for scorners and stripes for the backs of fools.
That's right. So the Lord got these things prepared for their ass, man. That's what it's for. So he's surely going to reserve them for it. All right. Read verse 10 for me, Shapiro.
Verse 10. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignitaries.
Right. Now, we usually apply that simply to just the scoffers that come against us that know that they Israel. But really, that's to all Jake don't get into this truth. Because when they hear us that they're teaching, what they do, they go against us. They ignore us. The fact they don't get into it, that's actually them scoffing and going against governments itself. So they starting with the top of the government, Yahweh, then down to Yahweh Shai. So they rejected his word. All right, they live according to the flesh. But don't worry, the Lord has a judgment set up for them because his truth was never for them any fucking way. His truth was only for the elect. The Lord is the reason they can't get it. Because he's reserving them for judgment. If he wanted them, they'll see and get right. But he tells you he don't want them to get it.
Like it says Isaiah 6, he said he got angels blinding the ones, basically blinding, keeping blind the Israelites that he don't want, man.
Exactly.
So no matter how plain you break it down, they'll never get it, man. They're blind, man.
You can get Jude. Well, you can get the Romans real quick, Yakia.
Con. This is Romans 11 and 7. It says, what then? Israel have not obtained that which it seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Right. The election had got it, but the rest were blinded, man. Okay? It's that simple, man. The Lord blinded them. He allowed Satan to get into their heads and lock their ass out, man. It's a little more to it, right, Yakia?
I mean, of course it could be more.
Okay.
All right. It says, according as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day.
Right. The Lord gave them that, man. The Lord put them in that deep sleep. All right. He's the reason they can't get right. He's the reason they slumber and not awaken to the truth. Because he's reserving them for judgments, man. He wants them 2/3 to get punished for their wicked shit. And they haven't got punished for what they've done in Yahweh Shai. Slavery wasn't enough. Going through this hell now wasn't enough. They gave Yahweh Shai over to a cruel death. They haven't been punished for the things done to the prophets. Because we all suffered as a nation as slaves for our past sins anyway. Okay? They got to get the understanding of judgment. Right? When your dog take a shit in your house, you don't just go outside and hit him on his fucking head. No, you got to put his nose in this shit and pop him over here so you know what the fuck he did. So they got to understand that they fucked over Yahweh Shai, man, and the prophets. So this time around, they going to understand that, man. Because Yahweh Shai going to come personally in his glory and put his glory on his prophets, and these people going to get fucked up for it, man. They've been reserved for the true judgment to come, man. What they call Judgment Day, man. This is Isaiah 8. I'm going to start at 13. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. He shall be a sanctuary, and he shall be for a sanctuary, or for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense, to both the house of Israel, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And many among them shall stumble and fall and be broken, and shall be snared and be taken. Hey, so the Lord himself is a sanctuary for the elect, but to everybody else is to trip them up, man. It's not meant for them to get it. It's meant for them to offend. Right. This word and how they understand it and perceive it because they've been blinded is meant for them to offend harder than they just never had got it or heard it. So the Lord put this out there to the world so everybody can hear it, and everybody can get a great condemnation, man, except for the elect. He's really reserving these people for a cruel and harsh judgment, man, because they offended so fucking terribly. Bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples. It's only for the true servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the true students that he's chosen himself. Okay. Like it says in John, was it John 17? I have chosen you.
John
15. For the world. Is that the one?
Well, I chose you. I chose you. You have chosen me.
John 15,
John 15, 16. Right, the Lord chose the elect. All right, and he chose the 2/3 to be the 2/3, man. He don't want them to get it. He blinded them up. He said unless they get it and be converted. He said unless they be converted. So you don't want them to be converted, man.
Right. and it was already, it was from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? The Most High knew what everyone would choose. And then he set the deck accordingly. You know? So, you know, it's already done.
Yeah,
you know?
So you people can't say, oh man, the Lord made me. Lord ain't make like script to tell you.
He's giving over to your lust.
You giving over to your lust, man.
Oh, yeah.
The Lord can't make you do evil, man. He already knew. He know you niggas want to do evil, man. So he give you up over to that, man.
Matter of fact, can I get a
Of course.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, and 10. Well, you know what? I'll hit 9. It says, they that put, Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. So he only care about the elect at this point in time. All right. But the verse 10, but the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations. All right. So this is something that they chose. The Most High knew the deal. So he set the deck accordingly. Right. So now you can't turn outside of that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But no, these 2/3, you know, they got to get it. And it was because of their damn selves. You know what I'm saying?
And then they said, what, let the blood be on hands. So guess what? The blood is on your hands.
Exactly. Matter of fact, I'll finish this. It says, but the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord.
Yeah, you niggas are stupid, man. Going off your own bitch ass emotion, you fucked yourselves over, man. So now you gonna catch a whole lot of hell, man.
I got a quick one, if you don't mind. This is Proverbs 16:4. Yahweh hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right, because everything is 2 and 2. You gotta have evil. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a up, gotta have a down. Gotta have a good, gotta have a bad. All right? And like I say, this whole thing is about order. You know what I'm saying? So there had to be, right now, a wicked 2/3. You know what I'm saying? In the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking that Proverbs, I think 11 said, false balance is abomination of the Lord. You know, you can't have one thing without the other.
Yeah.
You had a pre-stuck around?
No, I was still holding that Jew, whenever you want me to bring it out.
Okay.
Go ahead. You got it?
We just said that.
Okay.
Let me see. Right, this is 2 Timothy 2 and 20. It says, but in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. So you gotta have that that dishonor. You gotta have the 2/3. You gotta have the ones that's doing what they doing, scoffing, whether it be scoffing, whether it be lying and on the scriptures and teaching a false doctrine, whether it be whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It's all needed. And thank you. Continue. You know, that gives us better hope. You know. So, did you have more? Because I didn't finish this Romans yet. But if you
go ahead.
All right. Back in Romans 11 and 8, it says, according as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them.
And how was that table made a snare to them, man? The Psalm 78, if I'm not mistaken, the Lord opened his mouth in the parables, man.
That's right.
All right, and actually, this is Matthew. Let me get it. Matthew 13, and I'm gonna start at 10. And the disciples came and said to him, why speakest thou to them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. Whomsoever have not, from him shall be taken away, even that he have. Right? So the Lord had elect angels that were set up that came down to the flesh. All right, and they're gonna abound, man. They're gonna get more and more. But those who didn't have it, they're gonna lose, man. They're gonna offend more and more because they're gonna reject the truth. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which is Isaiah, which says, by hearing you shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I shall heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. All right, and that's the bottom line. He said, unless they do this, man, so you don't want them to get it. He made that table of snares, and he's spoken to parables, so they can think one way about the things, so they can have different divisions. The word, which Yahushua is, Yahushua said he came to cause division, which means his word was to actually cause division, man. It was to be a stumbling block at all times.
Because you got like the brother read Romans 11. It said they find it not what they seek it for. Jake naturally always look for the truth. He led them over to being Muslim, all other types of bullshit, rather than the truth, man. No, it's like, bro.
Yeah. That's all good. This is Isaiah 8 and 14. It says, and he shall be for a sanctuary. All right, a sanctuary. That's who he shall be for. Right, a sanctuary. But for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel, and for a gin and a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And many among them shall stumble and fall and be broken and snared and taken. All right. So it says, and many among them shall stumble and fall and be broken and snared and taken.
Because the Lord sealed it up, amongst the disciples. That's who it's for. That's who can receive understanding. That's who can break it down. His prophets, man. Everybody else is going to slip at it, man. Everybody's going to offend at it. They get offended at us, but really, they offending the Lord. Shit. Fuck how we feel, man. Y'all offending the Lord, man. And therefore, we get offended. Y'all getting offended because we're telling you the truth, man, and you can't get it. Because it's not for you. Your eyes have been blinded, man. Your ears are dull of hearing. Unless you get it, they get converted. And it said, then Yahushua will heal him. But he don't want to. Hey, even when he healed some of them, he took demons off certain people. He told me, he said, look, this generation is likened to a man who got the demons taken off, and he left and came back with 7 more demons. He basically told me he was even healing some of the righteous. So they got the word, they dealt with him, he dealt with them, they had the book, but more demons hopped on him because it wasn't for him, man. So when the wicked got the demon knocked off of them, that just allowed for more demons to come, and they offended more. All right.
I had this Revelation 22 and 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
Right. That's the bottom line. We wake back up into our lots, man. If you was holy, you're gonna be holy again. If you're righteous, you're gonna be righteous again.
Well, no, I was just saying, just like we was talking earlier about, you know, how them same niggas, which however, whatever niggerly act that they did back then, whether it was, you know, the conscious the black unconscious motherfuckers, whether it was them, whether it was those that didn't believe in reincarnation, you know, whether you had a sect that just didn't believe in Yahushua, you know what I'm saying? Whether you had, you know, whatever it was back in the Acts that we read about, them same niggas are back now. The Stoics and the Epicureans, we were saying, you know, them conscious niggas, you know, they back now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The same thing that went on that we reading about right here in the Acts, same thing. Them same niggas are back. It must needs happen. It's amazing to see it. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing to see it, man. That's how you know. You know,
yeah, I got something.
Moth.
I got something to back up. This is Isaiah 34 and 17. And he had cast the lot for them, and his hand had divided it unto them by lying, and they shall possess it forever from generation to generation. They dwell therein. So whatever lot that was set for you is reserved for you when you come back in the regeneration. You know. So I got that. You want that Jude now, brother? This is Jude 1 and 4. It says, for there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our power into lavishness, lasciviousness, and denying the only Lord power and our Lord Yahushua.
Read verse 5 for me.
Okay, verse 5. I would therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterwards destroyed them that believe not.
Right. So them same men crafting unawares, all right, that had this punishment ordained from before, man, of old. And he said, I put your remembrance of this thing. And he mentioned Egypt, man, because for you this your first time hearing it, to be put in remembrance, that means you have to get another lifetime, man. So them same men are back as the righteous, and the same men that got destroyed back in Egypt for being wicked are back, man. And throughout every generation, like the brother read, man. All right, and they have had this condemnation of old, man. They've been ordained this from the beginning. All right, the Lord just let it play out throughout his times to lead up to this final judgment, man. So he could have been took it down. He could have been had this over with, but he did things according to his way, his will. Go ahead, I got a precept. Go ahead, Shapaya.
This is Sirach 39th chapter, and I'm starting at verse 24. Just going back to the point, how this is only for the elect, this truth. His ways are plain unto the holy, so are their stumbling blocks unto the wicked. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. All right, so this thing is only for the elect. All right, the wicked ain't gonna get it. It's impossible for them to get it. All right, like when you read 2 Peter, says they wrestle with these scriptures as also they do others. All right, these are the same people back in this regeneration. They're just 2/3. That's their lot. Just like Daniel, the 12th chapter say, hey, if we stand in our lot, they for damn sure got to stand in their lot. All right.
Marvel not, man. Sometimes they may do some shit or say some shit, you know what I'm saying, so totally off and just being a nigga, we kind of get vexed, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know, sometimes we just laugh at the motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we, you know, get on their ass and snap on their ass, and then sometimes we just ignore their ass, you know what I'm saying? But either way it go, it's the same thing that went on back then. Motherfuckers are in they lot, and all praises to the Most High that we are at least have hope in walking down that, you know, straight and narrow, you know what I'm saying? And Lord willing, we don't veer off, man, and continue to do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Keep this Holy Spirit on us, man.
All right, then this is because I was going to basically have said the Lord could have stopped at any given time, but he let it go throughout his generations. It's actually a precept that says that, man. Wisdom Solomon 12. I'm gonna start at 1. For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things. Therefore chastenest thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance, wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on thee, O Lord. So he spread things out through the generations, man. Like I said, you don't take a dog and just beat their ass. You take this dog and you put him on the where he pissed at on your carpet, then beat his ass. When he shit at in the house, and you put his nose in it so you know what the fuck is wrong, what he did wrong. So Lord would do it throughout the generations to these wicked motherfuckers. And that's ultimately why homosexuality is at its all-time high throughout the history of the fucking world.
That's right.
Because these people have been shown over and over and over and over. So now the Lord is completely giving a lot of these motherfuckers over to that homosexuality, that mindset, man. So they can lock in for even further for them to take that mark, which is going to be the last step of people being locked in a judgments for fucking up throughout generation after generation after generation, getting chastened little after little and not believed on the Lord. All right, I'm gonna skip down because then it goes to about how they were being wicked, and then this is verse 9. Not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts, or with one rough word. So the Lord could have took them out immediately and then put them right under the rulership of the righteous, and that'd have been it. But that's not how the Lord wanted to do it, man. Because it said in the first verse that his Holy Spirit is in his incorruptible spirit is in all things. So he still got to deal with equity and mercy because he is most merciful. Verse 9 again. Not that thou was unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts, or with one rough word, but executing thy judgments upon them little and little, thou gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them, and that their cogitation would never be changed. For it was a cursed seed from the beginning. Okay, so the Lord already, like I said, of old, they was set up for this condemnation, man. The Lord knew how it was going to turn out, but he played it out thoroughly, man, by little and little, so they can get this final big judgment, man. Okay, neither dost thou for fear if any man give them pardon for those things wherein they sinned. Okay, verse 13. For neither is there any God but thou that careth for all, to whom thou mightest show thy judgment is not unright. Man, right? That's basically the point. Actually, no, verse 15. For so much then as thou art righteous thyself, thou orderest all things righteously, thinking it not agreeable with thy power to condemn him that had not deserved to be punished. For thy power is the beginning of righteousness, and because thou art the Lord of all, it maketh thee to be gracious unto all. For when men will not believe that thou art full of power, thou showest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. And that's what's happening, man. These people are now, after generation and generation, being shown and getting asked what they're shown, and the Lord doing his things graciously. All right, now the people still don't believe the Lord is full of power. He had the flood, and these people have waxing worse than ever. All right, faith is as most barren point in history. All right, so now the Lord's going to show his power. So he had to let things go out through his time so he can show his full power for once and put everything under subjection unto the righteous, man. Because the Lord mastered his power, man, and judged with equity. But those that do know, he said, make their boldness manifest. So the elect know, and our faces are becoming stronger and stronger each day. Because as we watch, our faith increases more and more each day. All right? And the judgment for the 2/3 that's been predestined to come is drawing nearer and nearer each day, man. Anybody got anything else? Right. So with that, oh, it's like Zechariah 13:8, because the numbers were set. The numbers were set.
Can I get in there?
Well, whoever get there first.
Okay, I'm there, brother. This is Zechariah 13:8. It said, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
Right. So the numbers were set way before this, but he's giving us the prophecy about it at this point in time in Zechariah, man. All right, and that's it. It's always been a predestined elect to get saved and a predestined elect to get destroyed. All right, they were elected to get destroyed. They were chosen to get destroyed, man. All right, that's their lot. Go ahead, Shemai. Start at the top. Second Esdras 6.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6, starting with verse 1. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightning, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or the heights of the air lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot, and ere the present years were sought out, or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed.
So keep that. Go finish that. Finish the same before they were sealed.
Before they were sealed, that had gathered their faith for a treasure.
Right. So before it mentioned the wicked, those who sin. All right. Then it mentioned the righteous that's gather faith for a treasure, that's gonna receive salvation. Go ahead.
Right. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through no Salakia, and through none other, but me also they shall be ended, and by none other.
Right. So the Lord said he thought about it all, man. The Lord thought about it all. All right. Point blank. Period. It mentioned the sinner. All right, and it mentioned the elect that's gonna receive salvation. So before he thought about anything, before he created anything, before he measured out the heavens, he knew that. Before he knew how far the earth, firmaments, the layers gonna be set up. Before Zion was set to be this, the Lord thought about everything, man. All right, and then he made it. So these guys was determined and ordained to be wicked 2/3 way back then, before he even created anything. And how willing we were determined to be the elect to receive salvation that gathered faith for a treasure way back then. All right, so the 2/3 must happen. They've been ordained for this.
Can I get your proof?
Of course.
This is 2nd Esdras 9:20. It says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. And I saw, and I spared it greatly. And I have kept me a grape of the cluster, a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. And let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Expound.
Oh, I mean, well, he has kept him a cluster. All right, the rest will be destroyed. All right, so it was
made in vain.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, so I mean, it is what it is, and this is what we chose, and this is how he laid it out, because he knew what we would choose. All right, and so it is what it is, and Lord willing, you know, we continue in the truth and endure unto the end, doing our very best to get back in his good graces.
Hey, so just as the elect was determined from the beginning to receive salvation, and 2/3 were determined from the beginning to be destroyed, man.
Come.
That's the will of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh.
Come.
All right? And with that, anybody got anything else? Anything you want to say? Anybody? All right. All praise, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai.
Double honors to the apostles. Salutations to all you brothers doing this thing, sincerity and truth, and with charity. Shalom.
Shalom.